As we enter the final week then of the 2024 summer transfer window, in today's video I'm going to be breaking down all of my reasons as to why I believe Tyler Smith should go out on loan to Swindon Town until at least January for this campaign. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 100 likes on today's video, that would be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts as well down in the comment section down below. Firstly, do you think Tyler Smith should be leaving the football club before the deadline, which I think is on Friday or Saturday, something like that? And if you do think he should depart, do you think he should depart permanently, on loan? What sort of standard do you think he should be going to? But we're going to talk about it all in today's video, so make sure to drop a like on there for me, subscribe if you're new as well, and let's get into it. Now, I guess the first place to start is, why should Tyler Smith be leaving the football club in the first place? But if we have a look at Bradford City's current striker options, we have 7 different options, and you traditionally have 2 different types of profiles really. You've got the bigger sort of physical strikers, and then you've got the other type of striker, which you can be a poacher, more of a pacey forward, you know, the traditional smaller sort of strikers, and Tyler Smith certainly fits into that category. He's normally competing with the likes of Ollie Sanderson, Callum Kavanagh and Jake Young. Now, by the time that you might watch this video, Jake Young's departure might have already been confirmed, but he is going to Fleetwood Town. He will be a Fleetwood Town player in the next coming days. But then you've also got the likes of Harry Ibbotson, Verden Oliver, Andy Cook. There is 7 different strikers, and at the moment Tyler Smith finds himself at least 5th, maybe even 6th choice as of right now. He's only been in a matchday squad once this season, and he was an unused substitution. That is including cup competitions as well. And based on what we saw of last season from Tyler Smith, there is an okay player in there, but not for a team who are challenging to win promotion out of League 2 this season, which is something that we are. Swindon, I don't think their expectation is to get promotion this season. They've got a very good starting 11 on paper, but their strength in depth is not there, and they're only a couple injuries away from being in trouble like what they were last campaign. And obviously we've seen it previously with a number of different strikers who've gone to Swindon on loan from us and done it very well, but with Smith being really far down the pecking order, he's now 25 years of age as well. He's probably not going to be on the cheapest of wages, with him coming from a championship side in Hull City. I'd hazard a guess at between 2 and 3 grand a week. We need to be getting out on loan and recouping at least £1,500 a week of that money, and I think Swindon Town, whilst they're not got the biggest of budgets, you know, their owner is very tight when it comes to that sort of stuff, they can surely afford that type of money to spend on Tyler Smith, who, if he plays all games this season, will get 10-12 league goals, I think. I mean, if we have a look at his statistics from last season, obviously his first full season with the football club, signed a 3-year contract as well last summer, which is an absolutely crazy decision. But he played 38 times in League 2 last season, starting 19 of them, averaging 45 minutes per game. He scored 5 goals in the league, averaging a goal every 344 minutes. He missed 10 big chances, and that is something we'll come on to later on in today's video. He averaged 1.4 shots per game and 0.5 shots on target per game as well, with a 9% goal conversion rate. So again, not amazing stats, but that is why I personally believe he should go out on loan, because he's not quite clinical enough in front of goal. If you look at his goals in the league, all of them are actually quite good standard. They're all very different variation and different types of goals, but the chances that he missed far too many big chances at last campaign. He scored a couple of big goals for us, won us quite a lot of important points, but then at times also cost us important points in other games where he was missing chances. He contributed to no assists, only averaged 14 touches per appearance as well, and created 2 big chances. So he's missed 10 and only created 2. You don't mind a player missing 10 big chances if they create 20 for somebody else, but he's not a creator whatsoever. He's a finisher who's struggling with his finishing at this moment in time. He wins 46% of his ground duels and only 17% of his aerial duels. That is certainly one of Tyler Smith's biggest weaknesses, is his lack of height. I think he's only 5'5", something like that, and he's very weak on the ball. He gets pushed off it far too easily. He's very good at winning the odd foul, the odd free kick every now and again, but from what I've seen of Tyler Smith, I think a loan move is the perfect idea for him. And Swindon Town have obviously got a very successful record when it comes to having Bradford City strikers on loan. Obviously, we had Owen Doyle in the 2018-19 season in League 1, where he scored 11 goals in 44 appearances. The following season, under Gary Bowyer, he was then sent out on loan loan to Swindon Town, where he scored 25 goals in 34 appearances, and I think some of them appearances as well with Bradford City, so it might be like 25 goals in 28 appearances, something crazy like that. He averaged a goal every 120 minutes with a 26% goal conversion rate. Owen Doyle that season was absolutely brilliant. I'm pretty sure Swindon won the league that season as well, and their record of signing strikers on loan from Bradford City, where they didn't do particularly well and then them succeeding at Swindon, that's a very long statistic, is very good because it wasn't only Owen Doyle. Obviously they had Jake Young there last season, where Mark Hughes clearly didn't like Jake Young. He went out on loan to Barrow in the previous season and that didn't really work for him. He was then training with the kids and all that sort of stuff. Swindon, they had no money, they were desperate for some attacking plays. They brought Dan Kemp in from MK Dons and Jake Young from Bradford City. Again, some of his appearance stats do come from his time with Bradford City, where last season he played 29 League 2 matches, 23 of them being starts, scoring 16 goals, averaging a goal every 132 minutes with a 22% goal conversion rate. He scored 4 goals in a single match against Crawley. He got 2 goals and 2 assists away at Wrexham in a 5-5 draw. He also contributed to 4 assists in there, creating a further 3 big chances. Jake Young last season was brilliant until he went back to Bradford City. Sorry, his hamstring was out for the remainder of the season. But Swindon have got a very good record of turning our strikers from water into wine. But if we have a look at Swindon's squad, like I mentioned earlier, they've got a very good starting 11 on paper, but their strength in depth isn't really there. And they only have 3 natural strikers on the books at the football club. Paul Glatzel can be a decent player for this level, but it's about getting that consistency out of him. Aaron Drinan, again, a decent player for the level, but is very injury prone. And Harry Smith is obviously a target man, going to get 10 goals a season. I think Swindon could do with a profile of a striker like Tyler Smith. They might not be able to afford to get him permanently because it probably would require a transfer fee, because he's still 25. He still could turn into a very good player, but I don't think it'll be this season with Bradford City. So I think a loan move for all parties would make absolutely perfect sense. And you look at Swindon's lack of goals so far this season. In the league, they've scored just a 1 goal, and that was in a 1-1 draw against Chesterfield. In their last 2 matches, they've drawn 0-0 and lost 4-0 at home. They're struggling for goals. They're only just above the relegation spaces as well. They sit 21st in the table. Yes, we're only 3 games in, but it's concerning signs. They're not scoring goals, and Tyler Smith has proven he can score goals at League 2 level. I think I'm right in saying as well that last season Tyler Smith won the EFL Trophy Golden Boot. Obviously, we got to the semi-final in that competition. He played 5 matches in it, averaging 84 minutes per game. He scored 6 goals, averaging a goal every 70 minutes in the EFL Trophy. He averaged 1.2 goals per game, averaged 4 shots per game, 3.2 shots on target per game, but again missed a further 7 big chances in that competition. He did though have a 30% goal conversion rate, also contributed to 1 assist, averaged 21 touches per 90, averaging 1.2 key passes per game as well, with an 88% passing accuracy, which I think is very good. Again, his duel statistics are not amazing, won 42% of his ground duels and only 17% of his aerial duels, but he's proven that against the sort of B team fringe sort of players, against the younger academy talents, Tyler Smith can score goals, and he's proven in the league that when he gets the service, he can do it, but it's about doing it on a consistent basis, and he's not going to get that consistent opportunity at Bradford City. At Swindon Town, I think he goes there and easily plays 40 matches, probably starts 35 of them, and he probably has a successful season, but I don't see that right now being with Bradford City. He needs a full development season where he's going to play regular first team football, like what Jake Young had last campaign. And again, if he does very well, like what Jake Young's done, then we bring him back to Bradford City and we give him a chance, because Callum Kavanagh hasn't exactly set the world on fire so far. Ollie Sanderson is only here on loan, so we could lose him in January. Verden Oliver is a player that we're actively looking to get rid of. Harry Ibbotson is still a first-year pro, and obviously Jake Young will be leaving the football club. There could potentially be a pathway through to Tyler Smith, and that's why I think maybe only send him out on loan until January and then re-evaluate and reassess from there, or do a full season on loan and then just have the option to recall in January if we need him to, because we've done it in the past where if he plays 20 games, for example, then there's no option to recall for Bradford City. We can't have that. If he does go out on loan, we need to have that option in January, just in case that he suddenly turns into prime R9, which with Swindon's record for our strikers, like I mentioned a few times, seems quite likely. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there then for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 100 likes. As I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're now on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Firstly, let me know down below, do you think Tyler Smith should depart? If you do, should he be going out on loan or permanently? And if he does depart, what sort of standard do you think Tyler Smith should be going to, either on loan or permanently as well? Make sure to go subscribe to more SHD for even further football, League 2, Premier League, all sorts of different content over there. And the upload schedule and times throughout the remainder of this week will be all over the place, just because I don't know what transfer business is going to get announced when, so I don't want to do like 3 videos in one day and then no video another day. So I'm going to be a bit more patient with the uploads and all that sort of stuff. So just a little bit of a heads up, some videos might be coming out at 6:05 this week. But thank you all for watching, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Peace.